Hey there. So I want to talk about ways that we um, use improper citations in academic writing and don't fully make use of the academic literature that's out there. So say you're writing a paper on jaguar conservation in Belize. You're going to go to Google Scholar, or you're going to go to your university webpage. You're going to get in there on the library and try and find articles, and you're going to look for peer-reviewed articles. So here's one that I found pretty easily. The PDF was directly available through Google Scholar. It's called Jaguar Conservation in Southern Belize. And when you look through this, the common thing to do is you're excited that you have a paper, you read the abstract and the title, and you start to read the introduction, and you're eager to start writing your paper. So you see a first sentence like this one. It actually states, researchers have concluded that the jaguar's overall range has declined by more than half since 1900. So you go over here and you're like, jaguars are declining since 1900. And you got to make sure you're not plagiarizing, that you're writing this in your own words. This might be a little bit close. But in any case, you're going to need a citation here for this factual statement. And because you're reading this article, one common mistake is to grab the author's name, Steinberg, and the year, 2016, that it was published, and you put your citation in there, and that would be incorrect, because actually this statement is in this paper, but they are citing Sanderson et al. 2002 and Zeller 2007. So if you wrote it this way, this would be an example of misattribution of a citation. You're attributing to Steinberg what was actually done by other authors. And the better way to cite is when you find an original research article like this, you really should not be citing or writing about anything in the introduction, because the introduction is just setting the stage for what's to come. It's not actually talking about the results of this paper and what this paper contributes to the literature and the understanding about jaguars. So if you go to the actual results, and you would have read the whole article, of course, but you can see one of the first results that's written here is that jaguar sightings during the past 3 years were reported by 49% of the respondents. And so you can say something like, although jaguars appear to be declining, and I would get rid of this probably for that, and then get the right citations here and verify it. In a study of hunters in Belize, it was found that nearly half of survey respondents had seen a jaguar. And then you can properly cite the actual results of this paper and this author, Steinberg, 2016. And the other thing, if you are going to get these correct citations, I've actually grabbed them here. And you look through these two articles that talked about how jaguars are declining. Actually, here it is. So one is this article by Zeller et al. And you look at this and you realize this article was actually conducted in Nicaragua. So you might want to clarify that, because when you just rely on one author's interpretation of another article, you can not only, misattribute that data, but you can also miscite it and misrepresent what it was about. So you need to make sure by going to the original paper that that author was properly citing it, and then you properly cite it. The other article was this one by Sanderson et al., and you can look at how they got their data, and then to make this even better, you could qualify this statement based on the years of the study, based on where it was conducted, and any other limitations. And when you do all that, that shows that you have been a diligent scholar, that you're reading, that you're not just accepting what is in these papers, and that you are trying to figure out and get to the bottom of things. So, bottom line, never cite stuff in the introduction of a scientific article. Make sure you're crediting the proper authors, doing due diligence, and citing the actual results of those studies.